Basic content of this lectures are types of follower, types of follower motions, and systematic construction of displacement diagram. That means we will be drawing the step by step displacement diagram for various follower motions, and after learning the various follower motions and their construction, we will be discussing the problem in which we will be generating a cam profile for a given displacement with two different kinds of follower, first with the knife edge follower and second with the roller follower. So very fast, as in the previous session we have studied the types of follower. So the types of follower can be the roller follower, groove follower, knife edge follower, flat faced follower, offset follower, oscillating roller follower, curve shoe follower, etc. So our main focus today will be the various types of follower motions. Basically, we have four different types of follower motions: uniform velocity motion, simple harmonic motion, uniform acceleration and retardation, and cycloidal motion. So let's start first with uniform velocity motion. And before starting the uniform velocity motion, we must know what are displacement diagrams. Displacement is the distance that the follower moves during one complete revolution or cycle of the cam while the follower is in contact with the cam. That means during the one complete rotation of the cam, there will be certain rise, certain pause, certain fall. That is total considered as the total displacement of the follower. Or we can say displacement diagram, it is a plot of linear displacement of the follower versus angular displacement of the cam for one full rotation of the cam. In the displacement diagrams, we generally consider the angular displacement on the x-axis, whereas the linear displacement or the displacement of the follower on the y-axis. A period is a part of the cam cycle and it includes the following, like rise, or we can say outstroke. It is the upward motion of the follower caused by cam motion, whereas the return stroke or the fall is the downward motion of the follower caused by cam motion, whereas when the position of the follower is stationary, it is known as dwell. That is the stationary position of the follower caused by cam motion. And while the rise or the outstroke, the angle of the cam is known as angle of ascent, whereas during the downward motion of the follower, the angle of rotation of the cam is known as angle of descent, and during the stationary position it is angle of dwell. So let's first start with uniform velocity motion. The follower shows uniform velocity motion when equal displacements are traversed by it in equal interval of time. So first of all, we will draw the displacement curve for the uniform velocity motion of the follower, and in all the cases we will consider the angle of ascent on the x-axis, whereas the maximum follower lift on the y-axis. And in this general discussions of displacement diagram, I have only considered the first half of the cam rotation, that is, I have only taken the rise or the outstroke, or we can say I have considered only the angle of ascent. So how we draw the displacement diagram for uniform velocity motion? First of all, draw a horizontal line which represents the angle of ascent. Take any point A on the starting of this angle of ascent and draw a vertical line AU. This AU represents the maximum follower lift. That is, x-axis represents the angle of ascent, whereas the y-axis represents the maximum follower lift. This angle of ascent can be calculated as we can say 1 centimeter equals to 10 degree. So for say angle of ascent equals to 60 degree, we can draw a horizontal line of say 6 centimeter. So on the horizontal scale we have angle of ascent, and on the vertical axis we have maximum follower lift. We draw a square box AU GX. Now we divide the angle of ascent or the horizontal line into equal number of even parts, say 6. So we'll divide this line AX in 6 equal parts and we'll name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then we'll draw vertical lines from point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then we'll join the linear curve from point A to G. That is, we'll draw with the straight line, we'll draw a point A to point G. This blue line AG or the curve or the straight line AG represents the displacement of the follower when it is following a uniform velocity motion. This curve AG meets the vertical line 1, that is on the angle of ascent at certain point. Similarly at on vertical line 2, on 3, on 4, on 5 and on 6. We name it as A, B, C, D, E, F and G. This A, B, C, D, E, F, G is our required curve for uniform velocity motion. Now suppose this A6, from A to 6, it is an angle of ascent. Say for example it is 60 degree and we have divided it into equal number of even parts, and here it is 6 equal parts. So this from A to 1 it will be 10 degree, from A to 2 it will be 20 degree, from A to 3 it will be 30 degree, from A to 4 it will be 40 degree, from A to 5 it is 50 degree, and from A to 6 it is 60 degree. So now if we want the displacement of the follower at 30 degree, that means at point 3. So this 3D represents the maximum follower lift or the lift of the follower when the angle of cam is 30 degree, and in the same way when it is 50 degree, cam displacement will be equal to the linear length f5. Clear? In the same way we'll draw the next, that is simple harmonic motion. What is simple harmonic motion? When a particle moves on a circular path with uniform angular velocity, its projection on the diameter will make simple harmonic motion. This we have already studied in our previous lectures as well as in physics also. What is simple harmonic motion? So what will be the displacement of follower when it is following the simple harmonic motion? That displacement curve we'll draw here very fast. What we'll do is, first of all we'll take any point A, then we'll draw a horizontal line in the same way as we have done with the uniform velocity. This horizontal line represents angle of ascent. Then from point A we'll draw a vertical line AU. This AU represents the maximum follower lift. Then we'll take any point on the center of AU and we'll draw a semicircle. That is, we'll draw a semicircle with diameter equals to AU, and the diameter represents the maximum follower lift. Then we'll draw a square from, or we can say rectangle, AUGX. In the same way, we'll divide the angle of ascent in equal number of even parts. Here also we'll divide it in 6 equal parts, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then we will draw a vertical line from point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Also we will take 6 equal divisions on this semicircle as 1. Clear? We are dividing this semicircle in 6 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now this point 1 on the semicircle meets with the point 1 on the angle of ascent, that is, this vertical line 1 meets point 1 at certain point, then with the horizontal lines. In the same way, we'll draw a horizontal line from point 2 on this semicircle till the point 2 on this angle of ascent line, that is vertical line. In the same way, we'll join point 3 on the semicircle with the vertical line 3, 4 with 4, point 5 on the semicircle with the vertical line 5 and 6 with line 6. And then from these points we'll draw a smooth curve from point A till G, that is passing through B, C, D, E, F till G. We'll draw a smooth curve. This smooth curve, shown with the blue color, represents the displacement of the follower using simple harmonic motion. So this is the step-by-step construction for drawing a simple harmonic motion. Suppose we are given with the problem having certain angle of ascent, say 60 degree, and we have to draw the simple harmonic motion during its angle of ascent. So we'll follow this step, and in the same way as we have done with the velocity diagram, at certain angle, say at point 4, the displacement of the follower will be E4. At point 3 it will be D3. At point 6 it will be G6. Clear? So this A, B, C, D, E, F, G smooth curve represents the simple harmonic motion of the follower. Next is the follower motion following uniform acceleration and retardation. What is acceleration? It is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time, is known as acceleration. Now to draw the follower motion using uniform acceleration and retardation, we'll have the very simple steps. Again, take any point A and draw a horizontal line which represents angle of ascent, as we have done earlier also. In the same way, from point A we'll draw a vertical line AU that represents maximum follower lift. We'll draw a square box, that is AU GX. Similarly, divide this AX, that is angle of ascent shown on the x-axis, into equal number of even parts. Here also we'll divide it into 6 equal parts, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Draw vertical line from point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We have taken purposely the center line, that is line 3, as a separate identification with red color. Now what we'll do is, we'll draw a center line, this line 3, and we'll divide it into equal number of even parts, or say equal number of even parts in which we have divided the angle of ascent also. So if it is 6, so it will also be divided into 6 parts, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now from point A we'll join point 1 on this vertical line with the dotted lines, also point 2 with A and 3 with A as shown in figure. In the same way, from point G we'll join this point 3 on this vertical line, also 4 with G and 5 with G. Clear? What we did is, we have divided the angle of ascent into equal parts. We have drawn a vertical line which is showing the maximum follower lift. We have taken a center line 3 and divided into 6 equal parts. We have joined A with 1, A with 2 and A with 3. In the same way, we have joined G with 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now this line A1, which is shown in green color, meets the line vertical line 1 at certain point, say B. This line A2 meets the vertical line 2 at say point C. In the same way, A3 meets the vertical line 3 at D. This G4 meets the vertical line 4 at E. This G5 meets this vertical line at F, and this at point G, that is at point E, F and G. Now from point A till G via B, C, D, E, F, we'll draw a smooth curve. This blue color curve shows the displacement or the motion of the follower when it is observing a uniform acceleration and retardation during its angle of ascent. In the same way, we can draw for angle of descent also. And in the same way, if we want, like suppose the angle of ascent is 60 degree and we want the follower lift at 40 degree, so this E4 will represent the follower lift at 40 degree. In the same way, this 2C will represent the follower lift at 20 degree. Very correct. Last but not the least is the cycloidal motion. What is the cycloid? It is the locus of the point on the circumference of the circle when it rolls without slipping on the fixed straight line. This is the definition of the cycloid. So to draw the displacement of the follower or the displacement diagram for the follower using when it is having the cycloidal motion, what we'll do is we'll draw a horizontal line from point A which represents the angle of ascent. Then we'll draw the maximum follower lift on the vertical axis as AU. Then we'll draw a square AUGX. Then we'll divide this AX into equal number of even parts. Here also, for the convenience, we'll divide it into 6 parts, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then we'll draw vertical lines from point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as we have drawn. Then from point A, we'll draw a circle whose circumference is equal to the maximum follower lift. That is, suppose the maximum follower lift is AU. So this AU is equals to 2 pi R, where R is the circle which we will be drawing from the center A, and circumference equals to the maximum follower lift, or we can say radius equals to maximum follower lift upon 2 pi. Then we'll divide this circle also into equal number of even parts, that is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Clear? What we did is we have taken the angle of ascent on the x-axis, maximum follower lift on the y-axis, we have drawn a square, then we have divided angle of ascent into 6 parts, we have drawn a vertical lines, then we have drawn a circle from point A whose radius is equals to maximum follower lift upon 2 pi. That means the circumference of this circle is equals to the maximum follower lift. Then we have divided the circle into equal number of even parts, that is 6 here also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then join the point on the circumference, say 1 with 2, 3 with 6 and 4 with 5. This vertical line AU when extended meets line 1, 2 at point A and 3, 6 at capital A and 4, 5 at small b. Then from point A till G we will draw a straight line. This green color line represents the imaginary line which we have drawn from the center of line 3, 6, that is point 3 and 6 are on circumference of this circle. So at its center, that is at point A till G we have drawn a straight line. Then from point small a we will draw a straight line which is parallel to this capital AG, and from point B also we will draw a straight line which is parallel to AG. Clear? Then this point small a, which is the center of the point 1 and 2 which are on this circumference, meets the vertical line 1 and 2 at point B and C. That means this line small a, from point small a which is parallel to capital AG line, meets this vertical lines of the angle of ascent at point B and C. In the same way, this line AG, which is from the center of point 3 and 6, meets the vertical point 3 and 6 at D and G. That is vertical line 3 and vertical line 6. This line meets point 3 at point 6. In the same way, 4 and 5 has a center as small b. So the line from small b meets the line vertical line, we can say 4 and 5 at E and F. That means point B and C are on the straight line small a from point small a. This point D and G are from the point capital A, and point E and F are from the point small b, and these lines are intersecting the vertical lines at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 respectively. So from point capital A till G via B, C, D, E, F we'll draw a smooth curve, and finally this smooth curve represents the cycloidal motion. So hope you are clear with drawing the displacement curve for uniform velocity, uniform acceleration and retardation, simple harmonic motion and cycloidal motion. Here also, if suppose angle of ascent is say 60 degree and we want to get the maximum follower lift at 50 degree, so it will be F5. Clear? So now we'll have a small problem for designing a cam. What we'll do is we'll design a cam in which angle of ascent is 150 degree. I have taken this figure directly. We'll draw this figure also first. Angle of ascent is 150 degree then it has a dual of 40 degree, then angle of descent as 60 degree, and then for rest of the cycle it is dual. And the maximum follower lift, that is AU, is 30 mm and follower is knife edge type, and the rise of follower is simple harmonic motion, that is angle of ascent follows the simple harmonic motion, whereas the angle of descent follows the uniform velocity displacement diagram. So how I'll do is, as we have done previously also, first of all we'll take any point A, we'll draw a horizontal line as angle of ascent which is 150 degree, then we'll take a dual as 40 degree, and then we'll take angle of descent as 60 degree. Here I have taken as 15 degree equals to 1 centimeter, that is for 150 degree we have 10 centimeter line. AU is angle of AU is maximum follower lift. For the angle of ascent we'll follow the simple harmonic motion, so we'll draw a maximum follower lift AU as 30 centimeter, then we'll take any point, we'll divide this AU into, we'll first draw a semicircle, then we'll draw a square, then we'll divide this angle of ascent into 6 equal parts, that is 25 degrees each. Then we'll draw vertical lines from point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then we'll divide this semicircle with diameter AU into 6 equal parts. Then this point 1 on the semicircle will meet the vertical point 1 on the angle of ascent at certain point. Similarly, we'll draw a horizontal line from point 2 on the semicircle till the point 2 on this vertical line. Similarly with 3 with 3, 4 with 4, 5 with 5 and 6 with 6. And we'll join from A to G by a B, C, D, E, F with the smooth curve, and this represents the displacement of the follower during its angle of ascent when it is following a simple harmonic motion. Then we have a dual for 40 degree. Then what we'll do is, we have a angle of descent as 60 degree and it is descending with uniform velocity. So we'll take point H and point 7 on the x-axis. We'll divide this angle of descent also in 6 equal parts, say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. We will draw a horizontal lines from point 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Then we'll, from point H, which is the maximum follower lift, we'll draw a straight line till 13 and which passes from point, or we can say which passes from line drawn from point 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 at various points. So we'll mark the point of intersection and we'll name it as I, J, K, L, M, N. So we can say that this from point A till N, the cam is rotating for 150 degree as angle of ascent, then dual for 40 degree, then 60 degree angle of descent, and during its ascent it is having simple harmonic motion, then 40 degree dual, and then during its angle of descent it has uniform velocity motion. So this is the complete curve for our profile, our particular question. So now we'll draw a cam profile. For drawing the cam profile, first of all, what we'll do is we'll draw a base circle. This base circle is Now we'll draw the cam profile. For drawing the cam profile, first of all, we'll take a base circle. If the radius of the base circle is given, basically it is 25 centimeter for this problem, and if it is not given, we'll assume it, but in most of the problems it is already given. So we'll draw a base circle, then we'll draw a vertical line that represents the line of stroke of the follower. And as I said that in case of drawing the cam profile, in the last lecture we have discussed also, what we assume is, we assume that the follower is rotating through 360 around the cam and the cam is stationary. So with the same process, what we'll do is, we'll take a knife edge follower, and this point A is the point of contact of knife edge with the base circle, and from the center of the base circle and point A we'll draw 150 angle, which represents angle of ascent. Then we'll draw dwell for 40 degree, and then angle of descent as 60 degree. Now we'll divide this angle of ascent into 6 equal parts, as we have divided our vertical line from A to 6 into 6 equal parts. So we'll divide our base circle also for the angle of ascent into 6 equal parts. We'll name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In the same way, we'll divide our angle of descent also in 6 equal parts, and we'll name it as 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Clear? What we did is, we draw a base circle, then we took any point A on the base circle. From the center we have drawn a vertical line which represents the line of action of the follower. We have divided the base circle into angle of ascent, angle of dwell and angle of descent, and we have marked it as 1, 2, 3 till 13. Now from the center and point 1 we'll draw a vertical, or we can say straight lines, which passes from the center till point 1, and in the same way we'll draw for all the points, that is from the center we'll draw a line passing through point 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and in the same way from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Now we'll take the displacement from the displacement diagram, that is from point 1 till B. This vertical line 1B will mark on the line. In the same way, this distance from 2 to C we will measure here and will mark from point this 2 on the base circle till 3 till C. In the same way, from 3 will mark D, from 4 will mark E, F and G. This 1B, 2C, 3D, 4E etc. are 5F and 6D are the displacement at various positions of angle of ascent, showing simple harmonic motion. In the same way, from point 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 we'll draw point H, I, J, K, L, M and N. This represents the displacement, that is from 7 to H, 8 to I, in the same way from 12 to M and then 13 N. This represents the motion of the follower using uniform velocity. Now with the smooth curve we'll join all the points from A to A, B, C, D, E, F, G and then H, I, J, K, L, M, N and then A. This from point A via B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N back to A represent the cam profile, which has simple harmonic motion during its angle of ascent and dwell for the next 40 degree and then 60 degree angle of descent with simple uniform velocity. That is from A to G it is following simple harmonic motion and having the angle of ascent as 150 degree. G to H it is dwell period, and from H till N it is follower motion of uniform velocity during its angle of descent, that is during the downstroke. Now suppose we have the same problem with roller follower. So in that case what we'll do is same, we'll draw a base circle, we'll draw roller follower, we'll take a vertical line, we'll take first of all we'll take any point on the center, that is a trace point, we'll draw a prime circle, then we'll take a horizontal, or we can say line of action of the follower as a vertical line, we'll draw angle of ascent 150 degree, dwell 40 degree and angle of descent as 60 degree. We'll divide angle of ascent into 6 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In the same way angle of descent into 6 equal parts as 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In the same way from the center of the cam we'll draw a line passing through point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In the same way for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Now as we have done in the previous question with knife edge, from point 1 till B, then from point 2 till C, from 3 till D, will mark an arc, that is from point 1 till B will have a displacement 2 to C, and in the same way D, E, F, G, and in the same way from H, from point 7 to H, 8 to I, that is from point 7 to H, 8 to I will mark or will measure the distance and will mark point H, I, J, K, L, M and N. This much is same, that is we have taken a only the difference was we have taken a prime circle here and we have marked the point. Instead of marking it on the base circle, we have marked those points on the prime circle. Now we'll draw these circles equal to the radius of the roller with center as point B, C, D, E and so on, that is from A passing through B, C, D, E, then F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M and N. These circles are equal to the radius of the roller, and then from the point of contact of the roller with the base circle, and we'll draw a curve which is tangent to all the rollers, that is roller with center B and so on till G and H, then till N. We'll draw a smooth curve. This red smooth curve represents the cam profile and it is passing through the tangent of the roller, or you can say tangentially passing through all the rollers. So this is the proper way of drawing the cam profile using roller follower. Here also from A to G it is following, A to G is following simple harmonic motion. From H to N it is following uniform velocity. Hope you are clear with the problem. Thank you so much for your patience.